This is CPM Precalculus Chapter 3, number 94. So below here we have two special angles that are used in a unit circle. We want to identify the radian measure for the angle shown, right? And remember that counterclockwise, meaning this way, counterclockwise, the opposite direction of the clock, is when angles are positive, and clockwise angles are negative. Okay, so this one here we know is going to be negative. This one we know is going to be positive. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at A. Remember we can break up our unit circle into different regions. So just looking at quadrant 1 here, let's say we know that this is pi radians. Half of that is pi over 2 radians. Half of that, right, if we split this quadrant into half, that's pi over 4 radians. If we split that into we don't want to split that one up, but if we instead split this into 3 regions, we have like this. So if these are all equal regions, here, here, and here, that's going to be pi over 3 and 2 pi, that's not pi over 3, that's pi over 6 and 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. Okay? And of course, when you get another one, we have pi over 2. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look at, well, which one is this? Okay, we know that each of these, well, we know from here to here is negative. So if we start at 0, we're going 0, negative pi over 2, negative pi. So just half right here is negative pi up until this point. So let's go ahead and focus now on this quadrant. Is that line splitting the quadrant in half, or is it splitting it in 1 of the thirds? Okay, to me and to you, right, it's looking like it's splitting into thirds. 1, 2, 3. So that means the measurement here is going to be pi over 6 radians, because each of these is pi over 6, just like each of these would be pi over 6. Okay, so this measurement now is going to be pi plus pi over 6. And again, it's negative, so it's going to be, the angle measurement is negative pi plus negative pi over 6. So we need to add these by finding a common denominator. It's over 1 now, so if we multiply this by 6 over 6, we're going to get the common denominator of 6. Now we could add the numerators. Negative 6 times pi, or negative pi times 6 is negative 6 times pi, plus negative pi equals negative 7 pi in the numerator, and 6 is still in the denominator. And that is the radian measure of this angle. Okay, let's go on to part B. Part B, we're going this far, and then we're stopping in the middle of this quadrant. And we can see the stop is in the middle of the quadrant exactly. So this right here is pi over 4 radians. Okay, so let's write that, pi over 4. This one right here, we know starting at 0 to this much is pi over 2. This right here is another pi over 2. And this right here is a pi over 2 region. So the angle, if we add them all up, is going to be pi over 2 plus pi over 2 plus pi over 2 plus pi over 4. Okay, pi over 2, pi over 2, pi over 2, pi over 4. So now we just need to find a common denominator, and that would be 4. Because if we multiply each one of these by 2 over 2, if we multiply them, we multiply across, that's going to equal to 2 pi over 4 plus 2 pi over 4 plus 2 pi over 4 plus pi over 4. Now if we add the numerator, since we have a common denominator, we get 2 pi plus 2 pi is 4 pi plus another 2 pi is 6 pi plus pi is 7 pi over 4. Okay, so this angle measurement is positive 7 pi over 4 radians. Let me even write radians next to it. Okay, I want to write radians next to this one as well. Alright, so that's going to end for us CPM Precalculus Chapter 3, number 94.